I want to talk to you guys about how I built up my strength as a highly sensitive person. I would say, I wouldn't call it just strength, I would call it my armor. My, I expanded my nervous system. I increased my threshold for stress in chaotic situations. I learned how to stand in the midst of chaos without flinching or running away. That is a big thing I overcame. I always run away when things get tough or when things just get overwhelming for me. So I just like increased my threshold for a lot of different a lot of basically a lot of pain, a lot of sensitivity. I increased and expanded my nervous system to be able to tolerate, more things the average person can tolerate. Now, this is very hard when you're highly sensitive, as you highly sensitive people out there would know. This was not easy. This was hard. I remember in the beginning of my journey of wanting to get stronger, wanting to be more confident, wanting to be able to be confident in social situations and be able to stand there and withstand the insanely uncomfortable feelings inside me and wanting to maintain emotional composure. I first started off by going to coffee shops alone. And y'all, this used to be so hard for me. Like, I used to be so uncomfortable. And I just felt like everybody was looking at me, and like I can feel like it was so much anxiety. But as a highly sensitive person, ever since I was a child, I always felt like an insane amount of like inner mind chatter and inner emotions just by being in Walmart, being in the mall, just being in crowded places. Like as a kid, I never verbalized it because my mom would be like, "Girl, what are you talking about?" I had that type of parent. So I never like verbalized it. I just like stood with my family and just like dealt with it. And so like I used to be like, something inside of me used to be like almost terrified to be in like these crowded places with all these people, and there's just so much going on, and I feel like I was constantly overstimulated. I was just picking up on so many different energies at once, and I got through it. Like, thank goodness I'm a person that likes to shop, and I focus on like products that make me happy. I think that's what I did. I just like focused myself in the moment and not like worrying about my environment. Like, I remember I used to be so awkward, y'all. I remember like I used to like try to just like avoid eye contact, like avoid anything that was going on around me, and just like focus on like the products. I still do this to this day, and it like lowers, well, I'm way less anxious than I used to be. Like, I don't care now. But now I can control it. I have like breathing techniques if something happens. But I am so confident. I don't care. Like, the difference is drastic. Like, I don't care. I can go anywhere out in public. However, in crowded malls around Christmas time, it is still so hard for me. But if I'm with someone I feel like safe and trusted and protected with, and I can like hold on to them and like know everything's okay, which is why I'm so excited to, meet someone that will make me feel like that. That would be amazing. Then everything will be like perfect. But, I am single. I go places by myself a lot, and I am a functioning adult, adulting in this world. So I have my coping mechanisms. my little tricks I pull out the bag and things like that. So yeah, that's where I first started, going to coffee shops alone. And I would be like, I'm the type of person, I like throw myself in hot boiling water until I can withstand it, until I'm stronger. So you have to have that type of mentality as a highly sensitive person. Like, I had such a strong drive to be better, to be normal, to like be able to, oh my God, I really want to tell you like my, what used to be my biggest fear. But we'll get to that in later videos after we go into some depth about how I overcame my super duper highly sensitive nervous system and the way I reacted to like my environment and stimuli. And so yeah, I was saying I'm the type of person to throw myself in boiling water until I can withstand it and I come out stronger, because I used to get like really, really dressed up when I went out to these cafes. I knew people would look at me. I knew people would stare. I knew maybe somebody would come and talk to me. But it was the fact that as a highly sensitive person, like, you follow your intuition, you follow what feels good, what feels bad. And dressing up helped me in ways I didn't realize until, you know, I spoke to other women who like to dress up and learn stuff from them. But when I was young and like not that self-aware, like I just loved dressing up. Like that was something that made me feel like so beautiful, and it made me like, it made me feel like vibrant. And now that I look back on it, it was like a form of protection. You know, dressing up and decorating yourself and adorning yourself is a huge form of protection, and especially for a highly sensitive person. So I used to get all dolled up, wear heels, you know, and nobody was this dressed up where I was in my hometown. I used to wear heels and everything. And I used to like sit there and, I used to like sit there and try to write. And it was so hard. Like I felt like there was so much mental chatter, and then I was picking up the stimuli, and I wanted to just like look at every person and see what was going on around me. But I just focused on trying to read, trying to write without feeling uncomfortable. And there were moments where I could only do this for like 30 minutes and I had to get up because I was feeling too uncomfortable. In those moments where I felt like too uncomfortable, I looked up and I noticed like somebody was like actually like staring at me, like focusing their eyes on me, and then I'm like, oh, okay, that's where the super duper uncomfortable energy was coming from. Now we're already super sensitive and feeling all of these different stimuli from our environment that's like feels like it's coming at us. And when you put somebody like focused, honing in on you with their eyes, you know, as a woman, you know, we get that a lot. That makes it like 1,000 times more uncomfortable. And getting those type of predatory stares used to send me like flying off the handle emotionally. So that was something I really had to get used to. And look, I've gotten that type of attention for a while now, and like being highly sensitive, like I pick up on that, like like my whole nervous system is like alert, 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 and it's like screaming, because it's like, what the fuck is that? Like that doesn't feel good. I'm in danger. I need to leave. And that's how I felt. And I used to flee. Like I used to literally like flee. Like if I feel that energy, like I'm gone, like out the door. So I don't know if other people feel used to feel this way like as intently as I do, but you know, it's there for a reason. You know, we used to be out in the wild, and when danger comes, you know, you get away from it, or you fight or you flight. And I learned how to fight. I'm not a fighter. I come from a city where a lot of girls are good fighters, but I never had to like fight for real. But yes, I am a fleer. I will GTF in a heartbeat. And I don't know. I can't pinpoint why I feel things so deeply, but I do. So, yes, I used to, put it shortly, torture myself. Like getting dressed up already brings a whole lot of attention to you from all different types of people. And sitting in a coffee shop by yourself alone, a crowded one at that, would definitely had to like focus on what I was doing and like calm myself down and soothe myself. And the way I did this, because I always have to have some type of, I call it armor. So not only was dressing up in armor, but however, dressing up was also a disadvantage because it caused more emotions by attracting extra attention. So to combat that, I always had food and water. Like anybody that knows me now knows I never go anywhere without food and water. I am extremely sensitive. I can't tell you. I can't reiterate this, y'all. And like when I get like I can't describe how much like food and water like nourishes my soul down to like such an amazing level. And not only does it nourish my soul, like it grounds me in the present moment. I'm a Gemini. I am a true Gemini. I am an air sign, so I'm a very flighty girl. Like I that's why I love men because I feel more grounded around men. But I am a very like airy type of person. If I don't like the way I'm feeling, I am gone like the wind. And I'm not that naturally grounded. So I had to like really, 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 really work on myself to be grounded and not be like just all over the place and feeling all these emotions and wanting to run and and stuff like that. So, oh my God, when I'm in public and I have like water to sip on, like that like soothes my soul. It lets me know that everything's gonna be all right. It lets me know that I can always have like put my energy towards this motion that I'm doing of picking up the water, sipping on it, and having like feeling the water go down my throat into my stomach and just like breathing out like that grounds me so much. I never go anywhere without water, anywhere. And if I am somewhere without water, just know that I'm stressed, okay? Because it does wonders for me, especially ice water. It does so much for me. Like not only does it keep me in the present moment, it makes me feel safe. It's like it gives me like a breather. It's so amazing. And food, I always have to have a vegetable, fruit, and protein. Like the food you eat, everybody knows that the food you eat directly impacts your body, your cells, your mind. And I have to eat grounding foods. I am always, ever since I was born, I've been attracted to grounding foods that come from the ground, like onions, tomatoes, broccoli, sweet potatoes, different stuff like that. Like those foods, like they work magic with my energy. And the water has to be fresh. I don't do tap water. I don't do certain brands I stay away from. I don't do Great Value. I don't do anything that gives me acid reflux. Evian is great. It's the best of the best. But there's other waters that are great. Starbucks water is amazing. Shout out to Starbucks. And I like the Crystal Geyser water, Ozarka. I don't do Dasani. No, 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 no. Hell no. I don't do Dasani. So it's not just about drinking water, it's about the quality of water, you know, water with minerals and, you know, electrolytes in them that really, and different waters like have different things in them. So you have to find out what works for you, what works best with your body chemistry. I know certain waters work better with my body chemistry, and certain foods do as well. And so I get tired. Y'all know us highly sensitive people get tired easily. So, like, you know, I've been working like hard jobs, and I've realized the jobs I chose like taught me something, and it made me kind of like toughen up in a way that I was lacking in. So I choose jobs where I could learn something from every time. That it's like having, like, using the job as a mentor almost. Like, I had a sales job where I had to like talk to people, and that made me like fearless. Like, I would talk to anybody and their mama to try to sell them this $8 product, and that made me like not give like hoot about anything. Like, I could talk to anybody, and that just like boosted my confidence. And then after that, like, I had a pedicab job just like in the streets of New Orleans, like pushing people on a bike. Like, that was crazy, that was insane. I met so many crazy people. Yeah, so I just like delve myself into different careers I never thought I would do. Like, when I was little, I used to be like so shy, like crying all the time, afraid, scared. And I don't know if it was because I didn't have, my parents aren't really that sensitive. They are more like my parents have like big egos. They are more like rambunctious, they're loud, they'll tell you off in your face. And so they didn't really know how to meet my needs as a highly sensitive child. And so I had to kind of learn how to build myself up to be able to function in the world as you know, a human being, and not like self-destruct or go crazy or anything like that. Okay, so another thing I did, so yeah, these little tips help you put your armor on, get dressed up, go out looking your best self, your confident self. You're gonna attract more attention. Always have water, always have food, you know, a little snack. I have like nuts on me sometimes, or I'll have like a turkey sandwich. I love turkey sandwiches. Or I'll have like some pasta with vegetables. If I'm really gonna be in a stressful environment, I'll have like a big carb, and that really like helps me. And I'll like pack a whole bunch of vegetables in it, like spinach, tomatoes, onions, shrimp, chicken. And not only does that like nourish me and grounds me, it like uplifts me. Because, you know, once you eat a good healthy meal, you like feel good. You're like ready to take on the world. And staying hydrated is like a must. You gotta stay hydrated. So I really did this like really well when I worked one of the most stressful jobs I've ever worked, in a news station as a news reporter at KLTV. I always brought like nourishing, like, this food was so good. I made my favorite food, and that would like just like boost me up like 100 points in the middle of my stressful day. And mind you, like, the news station, it was one of the most like chaotic rooms I have ever been in my life. Like, I had to sit by the my desk was right by the intercom where we could hear the police the police speaker like 24/7, and that drove me up the wall, you know. Like, I don't want to hear about incidents happening all day, somebody getting shot, somebody dying, like this happening, and it was so loud. And there's just like people running around the newsroom, and there's like articles about death and destruction and chaos everywhere. So like I I pulled out all of the tricks out the bag to keep me grounded and keep me sane. And another one is having, I think I was introduced to this when I was in massage therapy school. It was having an aroma spray. So there's a spray, oh, and essential oils. So I use essential oils. They really ground me. Like frankincense and peppermint are my favorite. I used to dab frankincense on me, and it just like calmed me. And oh my God, like frankincense feels like, it feels amazing on my skin. And the smell of it just like, I feel like it takes me like back to a whole nother world, okay? And I used to have this spray, and it would spray like a eucalyptus. You can get them in like Whole Foods or something like that, or some type of earthbound store. It sprays like a bunch of essential oils, and every time I would get stressed, y'all, people in the newsroom, I'm pretty sure they thought I was crazy, because I would do all types of like different weird stuff. Like I had a fan. Like I was so stressed out. I had a fan, and I just kept fanning myself. It kept me cool. It was like posh, made me feel cute. And it was like a nervous habit, you know? Like I didn't know when I was gonna get up and get called to go out to some crazy scene, you know, or see a dead body that day. I didn't know what was going on. So I had like this fan. And every time I would like feel stressed, I would like spray my spray around me, because there's just so many different types of people in a newsroom, and there's just so much like I picked up on so much different energy. It was insane. I'm surprised I survived it, okay? And I used to just like spray the spray around me, take a deep breath in, and be good. And what else? Yeah, so different stuff like that. Just having like essential oils, things you can like pull out of your purse and dab on you, or like smell it. I am very clear sentient. Like my sense of smell is so amazing, and like smells around me directly affect me, like down to a cellular level. Like I respond so reactively to different smells. And smelling an essential oil, I always have candles. And smelling an essential oil, like just like, oh my God, it grounded me in ways I never thought it could. And taking a bath, you know, once you intake all of the stimuli from the world, after walking out your house, after being at a job, after being around stressful environments, after being around people who don't really resonate with you, you must wash your clothes, you must wash your hands, you must take a deep bubble bath with essential oils, with Epsom salt, with candles, you know, with the rose petals. Like just do it up, go all out, you know. And anything that can get you back in touch with nature and calm down your body and your nervous system, you need to do as a highly sensitive person. I've been taking bubble baths with essential oils, rose petals, candles, and Epsom salt and things like that, like every single night of my life, okay? And it makes me feel so clean, and it gets me back in touch with my soul after being around so many different things throughout the day. Who knows what you picked up on being as highly sensitive as we are. Another thing, sage. Oh my God, like, y'all, sage is amazing. I never thought people would be able to tell that I saged until my friend in college, he like brought it up. Like he was like Like, I came to class one day, like, fresh as hell. Oh my God. College was amazing. Y'all, I practiced my self-care rituals in college like 99%. 99% of the time. I just like focused on myself. Just like I was just like pampering myself 24/7. Cause you know, you're in college, you can do whatever you want. I mean, you go to school and study. But yeah, I walked in, I was fresh. Like, I take care of myself really well. And you have to, as a highly sensitive person, you have to take care of yourself. You have to baby yourself. You have to baby yourself because, you know, your nervous system is extremely sensitive, and the consequences of not nourishing yourself might kill you. That's how sensitive you are. So I don't go against my intuition. I don't go against anything that doesn't feel good to me because, you know, I live by a different set of guidelines than the average person. And this is my lifestyle, you know. I just have to do certain things. I have to ground myself. I have to walk barefoot out in nature. I have to hug trees. I have to stay around animals. I have to stay around plants. I got that snake plant. I got my peace lily plant. I got one upstairs. It's like hanging down. It's like, it's got brown at the end, but it's like green. I'll show you guys. Got a plant right there. Got another one outside. You know, these are things that ground me. And, you know, this world, it does feel unnatural for me to be operating in. Like, I feel like I'm supposed to be naked in a garden surrounded by plants and animals, you know, like the Adam and Eve peoples. Like, that would be like a life full of bliss. I want to just dance and frolic in the gardens and pick flowers. So yeah, but I'm not there, okay? And I have to, you know, function in this world, and it's pretty harsh for a highly sensitive person. But on the bright side, you know, you stay in touch with who you are, and, you know, you kind of like, you stay closer to God by doing all of these things to yourself, you know, and it feels good. It feels better than being like so wrapped up in your head, not being able to just breathe and do things that nourish your soul and make you feel your best. So what's another thing I would do? So many different things. Let's talk about crystals. Yes, I've been obsessed with crystals ever since I was young. I'm embarrassed to say this, but I used to like pick up rocks and take them home. But then my sister like got me some crystals, and I was like, oh my God, like, what is this? It's amazing. Oh my God, I used to be obsessed with like the National Geographic store when I was young. And my sister went to the one in New York, and she bought me back like these beautiful stones. Oh my God. So my sister got me this. It's this big geode. But these things, like, oh my God, like just holding it just grounds me instantly. And this has been like with me around my body in my energetic field for years. And like, I just love these things. I love gemstones and crystals and things like these. Like, I think they hold such magic and power that's just so unexplainable. And I can't even like verbalize how safe I feel with different things like this in my environment. Like, just look at all of the dimensions. Like, it's so otherworldly to me. And these things grow for years and years and years. Like, it's so beautiful. And just having stuff like this around me and like really interacting with it brings me into the present moment, and which calms my nervous system, makes me feel amazing and makes me like less anxious, less giddy inside. And I'm just so thankful that my sister got me this. Every time I look at this, it reminds me of the love I have for her and just the world and earth and Mother Nature. But yeah. I have this I got from a rock show. I love mineral and gem shows. Okay, so yeah, having stuff like that around your energetic field brings you power. Like, I can't even explain the type of energy that these things emanate to a highly sensitive person. Like, these things like these give you power. And I know a lot of people, like, I've had friends that like make fun of me when they see like crystals in my room, or well, they're not friends anymore. But I have people that like make fun of me or like ask what does that do, or like be like, oh, you know, you're crazy. But honestly, like the energy that I've picked up from stones have gave me like such strength and wisdom I can't even comprehend. And I know this, like I know myself, and just like holding them in my hand and spending time around them and, you know, meditating with these crystals, whether it's a rose quartz, I have some more upstairs, or like a citrine, like they've changed me. They've changed me in a way I can't even explain, and changed me for the better. And it's really like, it's really interesting how certain stones and crystals work with your energetic field, because I've lost some of them, and some of them just end up like disappearing. I don't know where they go, but I've collected a lot of gemstones. Some stayed with me. I mean, if they're big, they'll stay with me, but if they're small, like they'll end up disappearing. And I have this theory, like whenever I've worked with a stone or a crystal or a gem so much, like I've absorbed its energetic frequency to its capacity, and it's absorbed my energetic frequency to its capacity, like I'm gonna lose it. Like it's gonna disappear from my energetic field, because like whatever it came into my life for, it was completed. It's kind of like a person. You know how a relationship you have with a person, you both learn things, and then when it's not working out, you disappear, you go. I swear, some stones are like that. But I've lost like a tektite. I don't know where it went. I don't know where it went. I accidentally, like I buried an obsidian, lost it. I like knew where I buried it. I buried it in the earth, gone. I don't know what happened, but I lost it. Okay, so yeah, having crystals around you, having plants around you, animals, being out in nature, like this gives you strength from the earth, from source. And as a highly sensitive person, it makes you so powerful. And you know, it's funny because I used to think the powerful people were the people that have like no emotion, are like lack empathy, and they can just go anywhere, say anything and do anything. I'd be like, oh wow, those people are so powerful. But you know, I feel like the real powerful people are highly sensitive people who have built up a capacity to expand their nervous system and expand their container of what they're able to put up with in this world. like it's amazing. And then you have a step up above the people who don't have as much emotion because you know how to relate to others better. So that can be a perk of being highly sensitive. We know it seems like a big burden, but yeah. Another thing of building your highly sensitive capacity to be able to live life better and withstand triggers. Being around the wrong people. And y'all know this one because you feel it instantly. You feel it everywhere. You feel it in your body, you feel it in your gut, you feel it in your intuition, you feel it in your head. Being around the wrong people, it is one of the worst things that you can put yourself through as a highly sensitive person. I have recognized and I've studied but personal experience triumphs any book you'll ever read, I think, when it comes to something like this. you know, um, you know, I tried to force myself not to run away from some people. Like I said, I'm very flighty. If I don't like a feeling, if I don't like someone, I'm out of there. But I kind of like tortured myself in this aspect of being around certain people that I didn't feel good around, and I still stayed thinking like I can do this if I just keep breathing. Whole time I'm like having a panic attack. Some people's energy we just not supposed to be around, and unfortunately, like, that could be majority of people for a lot of us. More people are toxic than they are healthy. I would say yes. Here in the USA, yes, I would say that is true. But some people, think the opposite. There's more healthy people than toxic people. I guess it just depends on what your experience is. And I don't know, some people say you create your own reality. So manifesting healthier people in your life, if you want to believe there's healthy people in the world more than toxic people, then yes, stick with that belief to manifest that. But I'm speaking from my personal experience. I used to stay around toxic people thinking it was okay. Like, I didn't know there was any other way. I don't know. I just thought like, oh, this person is here and I don't see anybody else, so I guess I'll just stick with them. But hell no. Get away from them. If they're constantly putting you down, picking on you, or it's not that I mind, because I just thought like, oh, why is this person like doing that? Like, that's weird. But it was the energetic frequency that I could not stand. And I didn't care what came out of their mouth, if they insulted me, whatever. That was like, that went through one ear and out the other. I was like, okay, like, I don't care what this person's saying, but they're currently here right now, and I don't know who else to hang out with. So that was the deal. But there's always other people. You just gotta sometimes find them, sometimes attract them. But you do that best by doing what you love and following your intuition and staying in the vibrational frequency that is amazing to you. You don't have to go look for friends. You want to join a club, you like to do things, they'll come to you. And so, yeah, as a highly sensitive person, I wish I would have left. Like, some relationships lasted way longer than they should have, and I should have left a while ago. And my ascension to being a stronger person probably would have gotten there faster. But honestly, it did teach me how to deal with toxic individuals and why is this person behaving like this. And it made me realize like, oh, what about me makes them like that? Or, why are certain people like that? So it just taught me a lot about different people and whose energy I like, whose energy I don't like, how I feel around this energy, and different things like that. But honestly, as a highly sensitive person, I feel like you are more connected to the spiritual realm. That's why you're highly sensitive, because you're more connected. And the more you stay around somebody that's not good for you, sometimes their energy is so bad, like you can only stay around them for like an hour or two until it's like, okay, I gotta go. I'm going to do this. Bye. But I mean, that's obvious to get away from those type of people because you can't withstand being around them. But other times, if you're staying around someone because nobody else is there and they're just there but they make you feel bad, you're gonna suffer the consequence for it. You're gonna suffer the consequence. I feel like as highly sensitive people, we are held to a higher standard, which is why we have these intense, heightened stimuli and emotions that we feel. It's because we're supposed to hold ourselves to a higher standard by listening to our intuition. And when we don't, shit will hit the fan, okay? Like, stuff will naturally start to get destructive. And that's why I said, like, this is like life or death for us, because you don't want to put yourself in a bad situation hanging around the wrong people who think your sensitive nature is something to take advantage of, or try to degrade or something like that. Disgusting people, stay away from them. They don't deserve your presence, to breathe the same air as you, okay? Another thing is, oh, do I want to talk about this one? Baby, baby, baby. I'm going to talk about it in a roundabout way. So I've gotten pretty strong as a highly sensitive person, but I can't lie and say I did not get there without a little help from Mother Nature. You know what I mean? So, like, I don't know why, but plants in every shape, form, and size, like, work so amazing with my body chemistry. And this is why I believe, like, I am an indigenous woman, like, down to the depths of my core, because of the way plants interact with my body chemistry, my energy. It's pretty remarkable. It's pretty remarkable. I've had such a great experience. Beautiful experience. Like it made miracles happen for me. Like, there's a plant that spoke to me. There's a plant that mothered me better than my own mother did. Better than it cared. It took care of me. It woke me up, and it like gently caressed my soul to break illusions, to break old programming that no longer served me. And I cried and cried and cried and cried. I felt like I cried for days after being introduced to this plant. Like, I cried, okay? And the plant, it was just like, it's okay. I'm here for you. I love you. You're gonna be okay. And like, I don't understand. Well, I understand why there's certain restrictions because, like, oh my God, y'all, like, that was remarkable. I will always be a firm believer in plants in every shape and form, whether it's extracted from, in a liquid form, in flower form. If you have respect for plants and use them in a holistic way, not to abuse it, you honor and respect the plant, like, it would show you such compassion and such love that is just so remarkable. And that's all I'm going to say about that, because I don't want to start crying, and there's more I want to say, but I don't know how to really express it right now without, saying everything. But yeah, what else? So yeah, there's eating healthy, taking bubble baths, having crystals around you, having plants around you, having animals around you, staying away from bad people, journaling and reading. Journaling and reading does wonders. And just following your intuition. If you don't want to go somewhere, if you have a bad feeling about something or someone or some food or this or that, just don't do it. Just follow your intuition. And also love on yourself. You have to love yourself. Like, don't be afraid to massage yourself and give yourself hugs and put lotion all over your body, moisturize yourself, take your vitamins, get your sleep. Sleep is so vital to a highly sensitive person. There are some conversations I have that overwhelm me when it comes to conflict. Highly sensitive people are not great with conflict, but if they practice on it, if they read about, what they can do better, and if they constantly expose themselves to conflict, you can become amazing, a master at conflict, because you have the empathy as well to be able to relate to people and not blow up and, want to go off and stuff like that. So I'm way better at conflict than I was previously after working on myself. And I'm still working on this. I'm not a master at conflict. However, I can deal with it. But there is some conflict that just like drains my energy. I think conflict is such a waste of time. But this is why I admire the opposite sex, because they thrive on conflict. And I don't know, I'm just blown away how well they're able to handle conflict, dish it out, start it, end it, be in the middle of it. I think that's amazing. And I am learning a lot from the opposite sex when it comes to conflict and strategy and different things like that, because this is all so foreign to me as a highly sensitive person. All I want to do is not do anything conflicting. So yes, I was going to say something else. Oh yeah, sleep is vital for us. It's so vital. Sometimes I deal with situations that are overwhelming and I need to go straight to sleep. My body just can't process it. I'm overwhelmed, I'm tired, I can't talk anymore, I don't have the energy to stand up anymore, I need to sleep. And so once I wake up, I feel like a whole new person, more energized, more space to breathe and be able to process, everything and stuff like that. So yes, I feel like an alien, you guys. But this is what it's like to be highly sensitive, and different ways you can strengthen yourself in different ways. It strengthens your immune system, expands your nervous system container of what you're able to tolerate, and different things like that. So I forgot to mention a few things that basically is the reason I'm still standing here today. Exercise and dancing. Yes, I have a lot of excess energy and picking up on external stimuli all of the time, picking up on information. And like I said, we are highly sensitive because we are more connected to the spiritual realm, getting downloads all the time. Dancing and exercising and moving your body saved my life. I couldn't Like, I'd probably be in a wheelchair if I never started dancing at a young age and continued to take dance classes and pursue dance like seriously and exercise all the time. Like, this is so amazing. So amazing for my body. I'm always stretching, always moving my body, whether it's going for a walk, dancing, exercising. I'm just getting like all of the excess energy out of my body to release things that no longer serve me and to be open and receptive to positive things that do serve me, because we're picking up a lot. We're always picking up energy. Even when you're alone, you know, you're connected, you're picking up energy, you are receiving something. And oh my God, Misha's ready to go to bed. Okay, so yes, exercising, stretching, massaging yourself. I've had bad experiences with getting massaged, so I don't do that anymore. So I just like massage myself, and I have like foam rollers and different like tools, massage tools. So yes, I hope this video can help someone who is highly sensitive out there trying to navigate this world. I know there's just so many different types of energies in the world, and you can get overstimulated nowadays easily. You know, I feel like we would have thrived more without a lot of technology, maybe, when we were just in the house with candles reading books. But no, I love it. And as a highly sensitive person, the more electronic our world gets, the more you have to up level on staying on top of all of this to be able to survive. So yeah, I hope someone out there can make use of this video and that it was helpful for you. Bye.